This is episode 24 of the History of Podcast. I'm Robert.
And I'm Emma, and today we will be talking about the history of presidential turkey pardoning.
And as you have heard today, we have a slightly different intro, so please let us know what you think about that, the new intro music. We're trying it out.
Yeah, mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, we have more egg cartons today. Today
Woohoo.
we have 31 egg cartons.
Woohoo! 31 egg cartons. Now, none of them are from turkey eggs,
No,
as far as I know.
they're all from chickens.
All chicken eggs.
And I'd like to apologize for the delayed release. It's been tough getting an episode out with finals week. School is, of course, a priority, and then all our extra time goes to the podcast. But without further ado, let's get into the episode, the presidential turkey pardoning.
Absolutely. Now, most people know parts of the story about, presidential turkey pardoning, but not the whole story. But before we dive into that, I just want to give you a few facts about turkeys.
Yeah, some fun things to learn that you can tell your friends. The world's heaviest domestically raised turkey was 86 pounds.
86 pounds. Okay, honestly, when I was in elementary school, that was my weight.
His name was Tyson the turkey.
Tyson the turkey?
And he was raised by a man named Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook.
That's so unfortunate.
He was auctioned off for almost $7,000, right?
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Mr. Cook.
Yeah.
Wild turkeys can run up to about 20 miles per hour and fly up to 55 miles per hour. So, at 55 miles per hour, doesn't the wing come up on the back of Porsches or something?
On the back of a Porsche, yeah. And airplanes take off at about 55 miles per hour.
Imagine that. Imagine a turkey flying next to your airplane. To put the running speed into perspective, the fastest recorded time of a person running is about 28 miles per hour, and that was Usain Bolt, of course. Thank you, Usain.
There are some towns in the U.S. called there's Turkey, Texas.
Turkey, Texas.
There's also Turkey, North Carolina.
Wow.
There's some others.
Aren't there 3 counties in one state named Turkey?
Yeah, it's either Nebraska or Kansas.
Oh
I
my
forget.
goodness.
I think it's Kansas, but I think it's Kansas. There's 3 counties named Turkey.
Well, people love their turkeys. Some people speculate if turkeys were actually eaten at the first Thanksgiving in 1621. While it probably was not the only meat eaten at that meal, Governor William Bradford noted that there was a great store of wild turkeys, of which they took many besides venison that season. So, long story short, there probably were turkeys there.
But definitely not limited to turkeys.
Right.
And it might not have been the center stage.
Plus, they were wild turkeys, so it's
course.
different than the domesticated turkeys that we have today.
The big 86-pound ones.
86 pounds, oh my goodness.
Well, on to presidential pardons. And before we talk about it, we really need to know what a pardon is, what defines a pardon. And according to Cornell law, the definition of a pardon is, quote, to use the executive power of a governor or president to forgive a person charged with a crime or convicted of a crime, thus preventing any prosecution and removing any remaining penalties or punishments. And this can be easily confused with clemency, which is the power of the President of the United States or a state governor to pardon a criminal or to commute a sentence. So the term itself means leniency or mercy. So it's clemency is a step down from a pardon.
Right. The first clemency that was given to a turkey, so essentially which gets confused with pardoning, was by Abraham Lincoln to the turkey they were going to eat for Christmas, but his son Tad was super attached to it. Tad named the turkey Jack, and he was even the turkey was on a leash and so of course Tad begged that they wouldn't eat the turkey, and Abraham Lincoln decided it was the best thing to keep him.
And for a long time, this was really kind of a one-time event. The next thing that we hear about with turkeys and the White House is starting in the 1870s and until his death in 1913. A man named Horace Vose, a turkey dealer, started gifting turkeys to the president. The National Turkey Federation and the Poultry and Egg National Board picked up where Vose left off in 1946, carrying the responsibility of delivering a turkey to the president each year.
President Truman is often falsely credited as being the first president to pardon a turkey. Turkeys became a controversial topic during the Truman administration in the fall of 1947 due to his call for, quote, poultryless Thursdays. This stirred up citizens and poultry farmers alike as Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day all fell on Thursday. Just imagine, like, the year you try to, like...
And those are all, like, the biggest turkey-eating holidays.
No kidding. As a result, upset farmers sent Truman many chickens known as hens for Harry. Thankfully, the controversy calmed down just in time for Thanksgiving, but there was a little bit of people upset at that time.
And we're unsure if Truman officially pardoned the turkey he received that year from the National Turkey Federation and the Poultry, Egg, and National Board. Poultry and Egg National Board. The Harry S. Truman Library released a statement to help clear the air on this issue, stating, quote, the library staff has found no documents, speeches, newspapers, clippings, photographs, or other contemporary records in our holdings which refer to Truman pardoning a turkey that he received as a gift in 1947, or at any other time during his presidency. Truman sometimes indicated to reporters that the turkeys he received were destined for the family dinner table.
Even if Truman did pardon that turkey, not every turkey was kept from demise by the president after this event. In fact, Truman commented that the turkeys he received at Christmas time the next year in 1948 would come in handy, meaning he was going to have them for a snack.
So a lot of people think he was the first to start. I know there was a confusing statement by Bill Clinton when he pardoned a turkey. He said that Harry Truman was the first to start, that he really started the tradition, and that caused a lot of confusion for a lot of people because he wasn't really. He was just the first president to receive a turkey. Well, receive a turkey from this federation. However, some other presidents did also spare birds' lives. President Kennedy's turkey had a sign ironically stating, "Good eating, Mr. President," and but Kennedy let the 55-pound turkey be. 55 pounds.
That's a lot.
These are like a lot of the ones they choose, like the best looking turkeys, because they have to, you have to pardon the best looking turkey.
Gotta impress the president.
These are always like 40 or 50 pound turkeys. It's ridiculous.
We found there to be a relatively gray line in our sources as to when turkey pardoning became an official presidential ritual. The turkey pardoning ritual came to stay under either President Reagan or President George H.W. Bush. Now, if I had to choose, I would go with Reagan because he was the first president to use the word pardon, and so officially use the word pardon. And he also, of course, he had a ceremony for this. And he stated this jokingly in reference to the Iran-Contra scandal. Maybe we'll do an episode on that one day. Maybe not.
But we just have a soundbite of all the presidents after, super clip of all the presidents after George H.W. Bush doing their pardonings. So here it is.
Somebody pointed out this morning that this may not be the only turkey I've had in my administration, but this is one I will certainly set free.
Later today, Flower and Fryer will be on a plane to Disneyland, where they're going to achieve further celebrity as the honorary Grand Marshal of the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Thank you all for coming. God bless and happy Thanksgiving.
I hereby pardon Courage so that he can live out the rest of his days in peace and tranquility in Disneyland. And to every American, I want to wish you, on behalf of myself, Malia, Sasha, and Michelle, the happiest of Thanksgivings. Thank you very much, everybody.
In this grand tradition, I am pleased to announce that today's lucky bird and guest of honor is named Peas, along with his alternate named Carrots. The children will understand that.
Oh,
so, there it is.
I love peas and carrots. Almost every time I hear that, I get so happy. Peas and carrots. Now, just to recap, if you did not recognize those voices, those were Presidents Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, and Trump.
And, but technically, what we're talking about pardoning, so technically, according to Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution, the president, quote, shall have power to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States. So it doesn't actually talk about turkeys, technically speaking, only about felons in the United States.
Well,
Just saying.
Well, technically, does this quote that you included here, it doesn't talk about like citizens in general. My thing is, what did turkeys do? Because to get a pardon, you have to do something bad.
They did nothing wrong.
They did nothing wrong. They're
other than
innocent.
This is turkey discrimination.
Turkey discrimination. Should we file a lawsuit for turkey discrimination? It could be a thing. Well, turkey pardoning tends to err on the humorous side of presidential matters. While this action began as a plea for friendship, it turned into a press event. Thanksgiving will be different for everyone this year, but that will make it time to truly remember what the holiday is all about. Thank you guys for listening, and let me just plug our YouTube channel and our Instagram real quick. You can find, it's another platform for our podcast on YouTube. Just search The History Of, and hopefully you'll find it. And also we have an Instagram as well called The History Of Podcast, all one word, all lower caps. I think we have some pretty cool content, and I mean, if you DM us, usually we'll answer if you have a good question.
And I will also mention that we do have an RSS feed, which is just a website with all of our episode descriptions or show notes with the MP3 files, and it just has all the episodes listed. So that's definitely something that like a lot of people don't know about. But like to get a totally unplatformed, unbranded, or as unbranded as possible way to get our podcast, that would be on the RSS feed, and we can link that. But if you have any questions or comments about the information provided in this episode, please contact us at thehistoryof365@gmail.com.
Have a blessed day, and you've got to promise me something. Never stop learning.